Hey, what is up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam, and the first bit of strangeness that I want to talk about today comes from a fellow viewer and sky watcher who captured something truly unexplained in the skies above Poland just yesterday on May 4th. Describing the event as it unfolded in his email saying, quote, "I was driving to work and I noticed a bright object hovering over the horizon. I missed it behind the trees, but a few minutes later I found it one more time. I stopped my car and took this recording on my phone." On the film, you can see some details which may help prove this is definitely some sort of UFO. I really don't know. And so before we go any further, you guys check out this video clip. It truly is a head scratcher, and we'll talk more in just a moment. Okay, so the video clip that you watched is approximately 2 minutes long, and for about the first 1 minute and 42 seconds, almost the entire video, the source of the footage is recording this object sitting completely static in the sky. It's not moving, it's not drifting. You can watch as the clouds move past it and behind it, but for the most part, and what makes this that much more mysterious, is that the object is completely locked, it would seem, into the sky. It has a very strange shape that, in my opinion, would rule out a drone, a plane, a kite, anything like that, because all of those things have distinct shapes. They all move in a certain way. Most people who are flying around drones, they, well, fly them around. And furthermore, this object is much larger, especially at this distance, than a typical drone, taking more of a cylindrical shape, if you ask me, sitting vertically in the sky, almost like you would think of a sort of a stretched triangular shape. And it definitely is either reflecting light from the sun or is emanating light itself. And as we make our way through the video, at about the 1 minute 43 second mark, the object then suddenly begins to move, where we then begin to see the light coming from or being reflected off the object changing. Likewise, it also looks as if the object itself turning to one side, changing shape a bit, before finally we see no more light coming from it. We are left with just this black dot that starts to then slowly creep away in the opposite direction of the camera towards the horizon before finally disappearing. Now, the source of this footage also provided coordinates to the exact location that this was seen, and so for any of you who may be residents of Poland, if you know where this area is, it looks to be right next to two roadways. One is the number 15, the other being the 254, right outside the village of Wilatawo, which is located in north-central Poland. It looks to be a lot of farmland, nothing much of anything in this area. And as we go back to the video here, I've gone ahead and increased the contrast, lowered the brightness a bit, just so we can get the best shot of this thing as possible. And even having done that, I am still completely stumped, as is the source of the video. Try to give you some of the best close-up shots I can here. But yeah, I mean, this, I'm trying to compare this to a number of different things that I would think could be sitting in the sky. Again, in my mind, I've ruled out a drone. This object is much too large for that. Does not seem to be any sort of conventional aircraft that I would know that would be able to simply lock itself into the sky, not moving for almost 2 minutes straight. Doesn't look to be a hot air balloon to me. I see no basket. I see no flame. Again, hot air balloons also drift a little bit. And furthermore, the object suddenly and very quickly begins to turn away to where we see nothing more than this dark spot on the screen. And so this is truly, truly a mystery. If any of you guys out there have any ideas, at the very least, maybe get your cameras out and see if we can capture something similar over Poland or the surrounding areas, and tell me what you guys think. Big thanks to Mark out of Poland. Now getting into some more strangeness in our skies, here is a video clip captured above Portland, Oregon, of what the viewer called a weird outline seen in the clouds, and that once again did not seem to blend in with its surroundings.
It's like the clouds are just like hitting it, you know?
Yeah. It's moving with the clouds. That's weird. It's like dark though.
It is dark as heck.
It's like a line. It's moving with the cloud.
Okay, so this was sent in by Jonathan, who said that he and his girlfriend were just leaving the drive-thru of a local McDonald's when they looked up and noticed a mysterious line moving with the clouds, but looking totally out of place. It almost kind of looks to me like a funnel moving between the clouds, but according to the viewers, it looked as if it was the outline of something just sort of sitting up in there, disguising itself or trying to blend in with the clouds, or that the clouds themselves were indirectly revealing to the camera and the viewers. Now, we've spoken a lot on the channel in the past and shown a lot of photographs and video footage of other sort of strange things in the clouds, strange artificial-looking shapes, things that would appear to be objects that the only reason they appeared to begin with because of, again, the indirect result of the clouds moving against them, which would sort of reveal an object that would otherwise be totally invisible or cloaked to the naked eye. And while in this case I'm not saying exactly that I think that's what this is, but it certainly is strange. Could it be natural? Possibly. But, I'll put it to you guys. Tell me what you think, and big thanks to Jonathan for sending this over. Portland, Oregon. Let's see what more we can find. So now, if you guys remember in yesterday's video, we were talking about a lot of the mysterious things seen, happening, or occurring within our lightning storms. And in a lot of instances, these objects will appear as just simply glowing orbs, as you saw in one of the clips where we showed one of these orbs sitting directly outside a raging lightning storm before suddenly moving towards and disappearing within the storm itself. And well, now we have some more news, some more recent news of more of these glowing orbs being seen around the world. The first of which was published to the official Facebook page of the Arizona Department of Transportation. They posted this image here with the title, quote, "Midnight Musing. Is this the return of the Phoenix Lights? We've been watching this light dive and swoop over Phoenix, just west of I-17 near Durango for the past several minutes." And so as you're seeing, all that they uploaded was a still frame from a legit dot camera. It's a weather camera controlled by the city of what we could only describe here as a bluish glowing object. Certainly not a shortage of strange things happening in the skies, especially over Arizona, New Mexico, the home to the S4 and Area 51 bases. And whether this turns out to be natural or not, we can definitely say that there has been a ton of strange activity recorded in the skies above these areas. So we will keep a lookout and see what else we can find out in Arizona. And speaking of strange blue orbs moving through the skies, we have another new piece of video of something very similar to what was seen over Arizona here, only this time the object recorded is actually in space. And it has a second little friend tagging along with it. So the video that you're about to see here was emailed to me and was created by the user and YouTube channel Not of This Earth, seen moving through space over Mount Adams, located in Washington. So check this out. Okay, so really awesome video. As you saw explained in the video itself, they show a picture of a plane flying over for comparison, and then we get to the really good stuff, which is this glowing, bright object moving through space, while at the same time, if you look just over to the right, you can see a second, much more faint object tagging along, but moving at the exact same speed and direction as the larger object, so it would seem that both of these things are locked into place and in sequence with one another, which would make me more inclined to believe that this is not just some satellite, not just the International Space Station, which did happen to be in the area when this was taken. However, this object is much more bright. Again, it has a second object tagging along with it, and is certainly, to this point, yet another mysterious, unidentified object seen orbiting or passing by Earth. Could this be something similar to what was just recorded over Arizona, or that was seen entering the massive storm over Brazil? As always, we'll continue digging into it, and you guys keep your cameras ready in case you see something similar. So lastly today, before we go, I just want to briefly touch on the craziness that is happening on the big island of Hawaii as we speak. If you remember a couple of videos back, we spoke about how Hawaii's most active volcano had begun showing signs that it was going to blow. This after hundreds of earthquakes swarmed the area, leading to thousands upon thousands of acres of land to be evacuated, the homes of local residents continually shaking for days on end as the behavior of the volcano became more erratic. Since then, we have been seeing even more signs that this volcanic activity is not slowing down at all, and is even now releasing life-threatening gas, along with a giant ash plume, leading the governor to declare a local state of emergency near the volcano and prompting the complete and total evacuation of residents. So once again, guys, any of you living out in this area, don't be brave, get out if you think that you're in danger. We've definitely got a lot of friends and viewers out there on the Big Island, so be safe. And on your way out, or if you are in a safe place and you can get some video of this volcano and this activity, don't hesitate to send it in, but again, only if you can get it from a safe place. With that, that is all I have for you guys today. Oh, and real quick, one last thing. I posted this to Twitter and Facebook earlier, but a viewer of mine sent me this. It was definitely good for a laugh. As you can see, we have a bag of what appear to be shrooms here, complete with a label as if you could buy it in a store, with the title, quote, "Make instant contact with UFOs and aliens by chemically changing your carbon vibration. Guaranteed to make them land." And as I said on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll say to all of you right now, I'll eat one as long as you eat one first. So thank you all for stopping by today. Again, it's a great pleasure to continue this search with all of you. Be sure to stay tuned, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you all back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.